Hi everybody, Tina here with Loving Life's Little Blessings, and I have a really fun project to do with you guys today. I'm going to take this cork board square and we're going to decorate it up and alter it, and we're going to be able to either hang it on the refrigerator or we'll be able to hang it on the wall. So you can get these cork board squares. I got these at Walmart, and you can also get them at Lowe's. Probably at a Michael's or somewhere like that. They're 12 by 12 and they're pretty thick. So what I've done to begin with is I'm going to take an inch off each side. So I've just used my grid mat and measured an inch on each side. And I'm going to go ahead and just, with my scissors, trim
now that I've done that,
I'm going to take a sanding block. And for a long time, you guys have seen me use this little emery board, and it's just getting worn out. So I went ahead and purchased this sanding block from Stampin' Up, and it works awesome. So I'm just going to go ahead and run this on the edges. That's just going to get any of that extra I just call it little crumbs, off the edges here and this corner. And then the side where I drew the lines to take that extra little bit off, I'm going to flip over. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some pattern paper. So I have my pattern paper, and all I've done is I've cut this at 4 inches by 11 inches, and then I've scored it at 2 inches. So it's really just folded in half. This is some of our paper that's going to be in our brand new catalog. And I'm setting it, that scored piece, I'm setting it right flush against it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pinch it down, kind of fold it down, and just get an idea of where that crease is. And then I'm going to bring my trimmer back over, lay this in my trimmer, and right where that folded design is, I'm going to go ahead and score again. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold it. Obviously that makes the back shorter than the front, but that's okay. So now I can go ahead and lay that flat down, and I'm just going to take my ATG gun and we're going to attach this. Now just take your bone folder, run that over. I like to run it on the top as well, and then on the back. This is probably going to be a good point to turn your hot glue gun on, because you're going to need a hot glue gun. So I've plugged my hot glue gun in, and then we're going to go ahead and zoom in, because you're going to need to see the top. It'll be easier to see what's going on. So now with one of the pieces this is a piece that we trimmed off, we're going to put right here. So I'm going to take my sanding block and sand the sides again from where I trimmed. And then I'm going to make sure the part where I did the line is on the back. So then we're going to set this piece right on top here. So what I'm going to do next is, and I have to do this off camera because it's brand new product, I'm going to use some washi tape that coordinates with this line, and I'm going to put a strip of washi tape right here. Okay, so I'll be back and I'll show you how that turns out. Okay, I'm back, and I put a piece of the washi tape right here on the bottom, and then I covered this whole piece with washi tape. Got a little carried away. I love washi tape. And then I put a piece of washi tape on the very bottom. So what we're going to do next is attach this piece to the top here. And I'm going to do that with my hot glue gun. with the hot glue, you're gonna have to work a little bit fast. And don't burn yourself like I've done a lot. That's just gonna make it a little bit more secure. Okay. Oh, so pretty, right? So now I have, let's see, I'm going to want to pick a sentiment, and I'm going to cut an oval for my oval framelets, and then I'll be back to show you the next step. Hi everybody, back, and I've taken my oval framelets and I stamped using this stamp set. I just picked a sentiment, stamped it on there, cut it out with my oval framelets. I used very vanilla paper, and then I'm gonna stick this right here, but I've created this little embellishment using my Boho Blossoms punch, and I stuck a dimensional right on the back of that. There's a brad through the middle and then a dimensional, and I'm gonna stick that right there. And then I just found this brad. It's this little plaid yellow brad, and I just thought it went really well. It's not a Stampin' Up! Product, it's just an old brad I had. So I thought I would stick that right there. And then this is where you're going to need your hot glue again. Oops, I'm going to move this down a tiny bit. Hopefully that brad will still cover that. Yep, still covers it, so we're okay. So I'm going to grab my hot glue gun and I'm going to glue that right there. Still see that? Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do, we're almost done, super fast, simple project. So I would like to grab my butterfly punch, and I think I'm gonna punch out a little plaid blue butterfly, just like this, and then I'll take my other little butterfly punch and just use a yellow one, and I'm gonna layer these two together by pinching them. I'm even gonna use a little hot glue on this butterfly. I'm using hot glue because I'm gonna hang this up on my refrigerator. So I'm hoping it will get used a lot, and I want it to stay together. So then I'm just going to use a couple rhinestones right here. My craft knife, probably 3 will work. They already have adhesive on them, so they're super simple to use. And then I'm gonna put some hot glue on the back of this. And stick that right down there in the corner. And then this is the fun part. So I took a bunch of buttons that I had, and I took tacks. You can get these little tacks. They're just plain flat tacks, and I hot glued buttons onto them. So now I can stick these buttons in here to use. I don't want that one. I'm gonna go with some brighter ones. And then let me show you how I'm gonna attach this to my refrigerator. I went to Staples, and I just happened to be at the checkout line, and I saw this, and they're for business cards. And they're just sheets. And so what I thought I would do is flip this over on the back, and it has an adhesive, like it's adhesive on one side, but I'm gonna use a little bit of hot glue as well, because I obviously want this to stick to it. I don't want it coming off. So I'm going to put one of these business cards, oops, I just burnt myself, in each corner. Grab another glue stick. And I think that that will be enough to hold it. So I'll do one in each corner. The other fun thing that I did with these business card sheets, as you can see, with one of them, I punched with a circle punch and added them to some buttons as well. So these I'm going to stick on my refrigerator. So I have some that are magnetic and then some that are push pins. So I'll take a photo and show you how it turned out, how it looks on the back of my fridge. So thanks guys for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this project.